I'm Isaac.
Yeah.
I'm Kate's second and
Yeah.
temporary replacement.
Running all the shows. Yep, everything's all set up. I'm seeing it on the YouTube, so.
Hell yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go back down there, see what else they need, or what I'm gonna end up actually be doing today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down and get some social media done, and then
Maybe eat in the next 30 minutes.
yeah. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful, partly cloudy, sunny day here at the Joseph and Mildred P. Murray Stadium Field on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County as we are live for the 2023 men's soccer season and home opener as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals get set to take on the Mercer County Community College Vikings. Hello, folks. For the third year in a row, this is Isaac Donsky, the big man in the booth, here to bring you all of the action. We're actually not in the booth today. We've had some power issues here at Joseph and Mildred P. Murray Stadium Field. As a result, we've been forced to do our broadcast out at the booth today. We're on top of the bleachers, kind of a throwback to the old days before we had our official broadcast booth. As a result, there might be a little extra background noise, a little bit of glare on the camera, but other than that, it is a beautiful day, and we are gearing up for the season opener as men's soccer is back. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape right now. The CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Last season was a rebuilding year for the Cardinals. They had been a rather competitive team for a good chunk of the last few years. But after a change in coaching, last year was their first true rebuilding year. How did it go? Well, as most rebuilding years go, it was a struggle. A 2-14-1 record wasn't, exactly the best on paper, but the team did improve vastly over the course of the season. We saw more and more players begin to show their true potential, and now the Cardinals come into this season hoping to improve even more. This year is expected to be the first year where we see the results of the tireless hours of training from the Cardinals under second-year head coach Kingsley Onwuka and his talented coaching staff, and they have developed quite the young squad. 8 sophomore players lead this year's team after just 2 of them led last year's team. Of those 8 sophomores, 6 are returning players, while 2 are transfers from other schools. The Cardinals even have a player, their starting goalie, who has played overseas in a professional setting before. So, the Cardinals, pretty stacked lineup to start this season. Now, the big question, of course, is, can this young lineup deliver? On the other side of the ball, the Vikings of Mercer County are coming off a 12-4 season where they were one of the top teams of Region 19. But unfortunately, coming into this season, they will be handicapped for this game. They have only freshman players to start today's contest as they're unable to play their sophomores due to a suspension issue. Outside of that, this team is very much the same outfit that was one of the best teams in Region 19 last year. They were one of the few teams that was able to beat the CCBC Essex Knights, the dominant team of Region 20 in the regular season, and they are expected to win today's game, but the Cardinals could surprise them. And with Mercer County only playing its freshman players, this should be a very interesting matchup. Now, Mercer County does sport an almost all international player lineup. The Cardinals have a handful of international players we'll meet in just a bit. But let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. And we'll check real quick. We need to make sure that our broadcast is still running and that you guys can hear me. Looks like we're all good. We are running our broadcast today on on an awkward setup due to some of the logistical issues we've had to start off the year, but it should be okay as long as everything goes smooth and according to plan. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's contest, and we start with the Vikings of Mercer County, led by longtime head coach Winmark Dulcie. I apologize ahead of time if I get these names wrong. The starters are as follows. Starting in goal will be number 0, Federico Ganotti, freshman. Number 3, Diego Ortiz, a freshman. Number 5, Noah Julius Bauer, a freshman. Number 6, freshman Max Furrer. Number 9, Francesco Quintavala, a freshman. Number 12, Danny Pergo, a freshman. Number 14, Alo Gambi, a freshman. Number 17, Lasidi Ramosa Hlabelli, a freshman. Freshman number 19, Bastian Strunk. Freshman number 20, Joao Lorenco. And freshman number 21, Caleb Christmas. That is the starting lineup for Mercer. I apologize for the lack of positions there. We did not get any for them. Mercer just had their roster finished this morning. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals in 1 second. We apologize for the little stoppage, folks. Had to address a slight issue we had there. Just trying to work out all the kinks of getting our broadcast up and running, but it should be all good now. Let's now meet the starting lineup for your CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Starting in goal for the Cardinals today will be freshman number 00, Franklin Duarte, who has experience playing internationally. Starting on defense will be sophomore number 5, Paul Catafalmo, returning from a leg injury from last season. Also starting on defense will be sophomore number 6, Taiwo Caleb Kano. Next starter, freshman number 7, Bradley Ramirez. Freshman number 8, Gio Guerrero. Sophomore number 10, Sharif Haidera. Sophomore number 11, Brennan Eibner. Sophomore number 12, Abdul Lom. Freshman number 21, Aziz Moti. Sophomore number 21, Michael Miranda. And freshman number 24, Michael Hogan. The Cardinals are coached by second-year head coach Kingsley Onwuka and assistant coaches Karma Belay and Brian Gruder. Well, folks, this is the very first regular season game of the season for both the Cardinals and the Vikings, and it is the first regular season game for all of Region 20 men's soccer, and we are so excited to have you here. We're going to take a short break. Today's contest should be getting started in just about 10 minutes, and we will begin the long road to the NJCAA National Championship as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals take on the Mercer County Community College Vikings. It's coming up right here on the Cardinals Network. We'll be right back.
Oh, sure. There we go.
Hey, not year 2, year 3. Hey, it's a special occasion. 3 years of doing this.
here, it should be all right, I guess. Hopefully.
We should be okay. Excuse me.
Bless you. Don't bounce the balls on the asphalt. No, it looks like the, I guess, lady soccer players or whoever didn't show up as ball runners, even though they said they would.
And if you were able to catch that air horn in the distance or that siren, that means that we are officially ready to begin the 2023 CCBC Catonsville men's soccer season. This is year 2 under head coach Kingsley Onwuka. Cardinals will be wearing all white today in their debut. Brand new uniforms coming in this season with black and white stripes. Meanwhile, the Mercer Vikings will be wearing yellow jerseys with green shorts, green sleeves, and green numbers. Again, Mercer fielding an all-freshman lineup for today's matchup due to their sophomores being unavailable. Looking forward to what should be an exciting contest today, as both squads get set to take the field. Ball runners are taking their positions. Cardinals once again with a strong starting lineup featuring 6 of their 8 sophomores. So a lot more leadership this year on the Cardinals team than we had last year, as here we go. The CCBC Catonsville Cardinals taking to the field. Once again, the starters for the Cardinals. In goal will be Franklin Duarte, the freshman, 0-0. The defenders will be Paul Catafalmo, Caleb Acano, Brennan Eibner, and Michael Hogan. The striker will be Michael Miranda, and midfield and forwards will be Aziz Moti, Abdul Lom, Sharif Haidera, Gio Guerrero, and Bradley Ramirez. Cardinals huddled up, getting set. I mentioned earlier, this game is the first game, not just for the Cardinals and the Vikings, but the first game of the season for any NJCAA Region 20 team. It's essentially the kickoff game for Region 20, as we've got a huge flock of birds flying overhead. And those birds have made our two light towers their home. Mercer huddled up as well. Folks, usually these games we try to give you as much statistical information as we can, but considering this is the start of a new season, we don't really have any. So bear with us in that regard as we are getting set. The temperature today, it's bright, sunny, partly cloudy. Temperature today is, let's say, in the 80s, 70s, 82 degrees. My cameraman Larry D letting me know as we're about to get started. Cardinals taking their positions. And some players to keep your eyes out for, of course, the sophomores. Sophomores in particular, those 2 defensive players, Caleb Acano and Paul Catafalmo, who last year came alive in the second half of the season to help the Cardinals strengthen their defense. It'll be striker Mike Miranda at center field to begin this game. Cardinals have won the toss. They will start with possession as we get set. The 2023 CCBC Catonsville Cardinals men's soccer season is... I may have spoken too soon. Let's try this again. The 2023 CCBC Catonsville Cardinals men's soccer season is... underway, and here we go. Ball kicked back to Abdul Loam. Loam will hit it back to Caleb Akano as the Cardinals set up on defense first. Akano over to Catafalmo. Catafalmo back up to Akano as the Cardinals just testing the waters now. Now Akano waiting. He's going to go back to Catafalmo. We mentioned them earlier in pregame. Catafalmo now cuts up, trying to get to Abdul Loam, but it's intercepted by the Vikings. That was number 6. Now the Vikings kick it out to number 9. That is Francesco Quintavilla. He finds number 12, intercepted by Michael Hogan. Good defensive play there by Michael Hogan out of Mobile, Alabama. He gets it to Catafalmo. Catafalmo hits it up in the direction. They're trying to get it to Aziz Mote. Mote loses it. It's back into Mercer control. Mercer doubling back now. Number 3, Diego Ortiz. He gets it out to number 12. That is Danny Pergo. Pergo trying to get it to his man, but it's broken up by a pair of Cardinal defenders. Now he will fire along to the outside where it's intercepted by Bradley Ramirez. Ramirez breaks loose. He gets to Miranda. Miranda gets tied up. It's going to be a foot race. He's not going to get there in time, and Mercer will come on board as Miranda motions for the Cardinals to move up, and they do. Ebner tries to break up that play, but it's broken up instead by Mercer. Catafalmo comes up, and Mercer's going to have an opportunity here, or will he? Duarte comes up, and he will cover it up. So a good early look for the Cardinals, but you saw Mike Miranda gesturing at his teammates, come on, back me up. That was a big issue last year. The Cardinals could not get players downfield except for Mike Miranda and Alec Britton as Ramirez tumbles, and there's a whistle. There was some contact there between a Viking and Cardinal player, and they're going to say that was a penalty on the Vikings. So a good chance here for the Cardinals. But again, you saw Mike Miranda motioning for his teammates, let's get up here, let's move. He did that a lot last year. The Cardinals had trouble getting players up into scoring position. They're hoping to change that this season. Here is Akano moving up. He's going to fire in the direction of, that's Abdul Loam, the sophomore, who scored the first goal last year. Loam is tied up. He's looking for an opening. He's straddling the sideline. He's going to fire it back to Akano. Akano will fire across in the direction of Michael Hogan, but it's a little short. It's broken up. Moti comes in, gets to Ramirez, who fires. It's blocked. Miranda with an opportunity. He fires. He's trying to get through. What a strike by the Cardinals, though. Ramirez had a wide open strike. It was blocked. But a good look there by Michael Hogan and Mike Miranda to try and keep that ball in play. Mercer trying to break free. Cardinals trying to break it up themselves. That's Gio Guerrero getting in there, one of the talented young freshmen. Now Mercer back on the attack, moving up the field. This is a strike. Duarte's going to come up. Motions for the team to back up. He's got it. Mercer having trouble getting their players downfield so far. Good sign for the Cardinals, maybe. But then again, we're only about... They got 42 minutes to go in this first half. Akano is tripped up. He gets it back to Catafalmo, who boots it high towards center field. Miranda hits it up. That may have been offside. No, they're not going to call it. Okay. Back on the attack goes Mercer. Duarte is there to break up any play, and he sends it back in the direction of Ramirez, who's had some good looks. Now here's Miranda breaking loose. Mike Miranda streaking. He's trying to get away from 2. It's going to roll out of bounds, but I think Mercer was the last to touch it. If that's the case, it should be a corner in favor of the Cardinals, and I think that's what we're going to get. Again, folks, I apologize if I'm taking some time to announce the names of the Mercer players. Taking a little bit just to get their numbers identified. It will be a corner for the Cardinals, and it'll be Michael Hogan out of Boys Latin High School who will hit the who will take the kick for the Cardinals. First big scoring opportunity for the Cardinals. Second, really. Here we go. Hogan sends it up. It is knocked around, bounced out of bounds. Good look for the Cardinals, though. Hey, that's 2 or 3 good scoring opportunities for the Cardinals so far. That's more than they had last year in a lot of their home games combined. No offense to the Cardinals. Just the case last year. Now here's Mercer on the attack. They get it down to number 19. 19 trying to break away from Hogan, who's looking great so far. Hogan trying to break up that play. Mercer, they're going to have to reset here. Vikings back on the attack. Waiting. They're going to have to fire it back to their defense. That is number 3. Give us 1 second. That's Diego Orquiz. Now they're going to fire it downfield in the direction of number 17. That's Lassetti Ramosa. And Ramosa gets it broken up by Loam. Now Ramirez with the ball. Bradley Ramirez showed a lot of aggression during tryouts. Was one of the few players we saw lots of. Ramirez charging downfield. This time he's got help, but he's going to have to break through. He's going to try and find Miranda, but it's broken up by a Mercer player. But the Cardinals may keep possession. Oh, big collision there as down goes Sharif Haidara. In a big-time collision. That foul, it looks like, is going to go again. That's going to be a free kick for the Cardinals. And it will be either Gio Guerrero or Aziz Mote who will take it. Guerrero kicks, going for the goal. No chance there, but a good look for the Cardinals. Catonsville so far has kept the ball firmly on Mercer's side of the pitch. Done a great job. Hopefully they don't get worn out. A big issue the Cardinals had last year is that they would play excellently in the first half, but in the second half they would get worn out. Mercer trying to break through for a play here. Get the ball down the sidelines. Gets to number 14, that's Ramosa. It's broken up by 19, and now here's Mercer's first real chance. Streaking down the sidelines. They're going to shot over, trying to get it to Duarte, but it's broken up by Paul Catafalmo. Ebner's going to try and kick it out to Hogan to try and keep Mercer away. It rolls out of bounds. Possession will go to the Vikings. That was number 19, Bastian Stunk, who broke through, and now Stunk with a deflected shot. It's going to fall into Franklin Duarte's mitts. And a good defensive stop there by the Cardinals. All right, back on the attack we go. Get it to Ramirez, now to Guerrero. Now Guerrero fires to the direction of Ramirez. It's back kicked by number 21, that's Caleb Christmas. Now here's Miranda with the chance, but it's batted away by the goalkeeper, Gallinati. Scrum for the ball midfield. Haidara gets it to Mote, who has it knocked away. And a good play there by Guerrero to break up that play. Gio Guerrero with possession, trying to break loose from his defender. Guerrero straddles the sideline. It's knocked out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. Abdul Loam will toss it into Caleb Acano. Cardinals are going to backtrack here for a little bit to get it to Paul Catafalmo to set up. They've got Michael Hogan wide open down the right side. Instead, they're going to keep it on the two defensive sides. Now here's Acano firing in the direction of a wide open Abdul Loam, but he wasn't able to get there in time. It rolls out of bounds. Mercer will toss it in. It's broken up by the Cardinals. Here's Miranda. Miranda with a little bit of a nutmeg action between the legs. Mercer takes it away. There was no Cardinal in the vicinity. Now they're trying to get back. Loam heads it to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to break away from his defenders. Nice play by Ramirez. Ooh, what a play by Ramirez. He fires. Not enough velocity on the ball, though, and it's scooped up by Gallinati. Excuse me, that's Guynaughty. Now here's Mercer on the response. Out to the far side of the pitch. Can't see that number. Going to try and identify it. Kicks it away. Loam trying to break up that play. Ramirez playing tough here. Mercer's going to have to reset. Good defense by the Cardinals. They're moving up. Miranda chasing down. Mercer's going to try and get something going here. They've had, I think, just one look so far in this game. The Cardinals have played very well at keeping them away from their side of the pitch. They're going to get it down to number 12, Danny Pergo. Pergo has it broken up by Hogan. He fires it back to number 3. That's Diego Orquiz. And now here's number 5, Noah Bauer. get it back to number 20. That's Joao Lourenco. Lourenco fires downfield, trying to get it to a Mercer player, but it's broken up by Guerrero, stolen away by Hydera, and Moti has it. Now Moti fires out in the direction of Ramirez. Ramirez has one man to beat, maybe two. Stops short. He's going to fire over to try and get it to Moti, who heads it and just misses the net. But a great play there by the Cardinals. A good look, but they just weren't able to get it. At some point, they're going to find the net. There's no doubt about it with the way they're playing so far. They have dominated this game so far. Meanwhile, we have 35 minutes to go in this first half. Mercer back on the attack. Here's Bauer. Bauer gets it over to Quintavella. Quintavella tries to get it downfield, but Brennan Eibner breaks it up with a nice header. Now here's Mote, the tallest player on the field, it looks like. Mote fires it back to Akano. Akano will shoot it up to Hydera. Hydera instead might have had to do that because he was heavily covered. He has to shoot it back to Duarte. Now Duarte gets it back out to Akano. Akano taking his time. He finds Abdul Loam. Loam breaks away from a defender, has to fire it back to Duarte. Now the Cardinals just looking for an opening to try and get it to their forwards. Here's Catafalmo. He's going to send it back to Duarte's way. Trying to get it to Hydera. Instead, it's broken up. Akano breaks it up himself, gets it to Mote. Mote fires it in the direction of Hogan, but it's going to go out of bounds and bounce up and just bounce off of the guardrail for this. As they're going to have Mercer toss the ball in back and deep in their territory. Mercer tosses it away, and Hogan breaks up that play, trying to get it away, and there's a... Oh, that's going to be a foul against Mercer. How about that? So the Cardinals with possession back in their control. I think that was on number 19, Bastian Strunk, who got a little too handsy with Michael Hogan, as Catafalmo will take the free kick. And he will dump it off to Akano. Cardinals now firmly on the opposite side of the pitch. Akano fires into a middle of bodies. Miranda breaks it up, fires in the direction of Ramirez. Ramirez gets touched from behind. There is a whistle. I think it's going to be against Catonsville, however. I think that was on Ramirez. So Guy Naughty will kick it away from Mercer. Vikings with a good chance there, breaking up that Cardinals play as Abdul Loam uses his whole body to block that pass by number 17. That was Lasedi Ramosa. Now back on the attack. Here is Ramosa. He fires it down towards the striker. That's 14, Alo Gambi. It's broken up by the Cardinals. Mercer trying to reset here. And Mercer comes screaming in for the interception, but he's backed up by Mote. Mote has it stolen away, but he's backed up by Hydera. Now the Cardinals have the advantage. Ramirez tries to get it down, but too much power on the kick. He was trying to get it to either Mote or Hogan, and Hogan gestures saying, "Come on, man, I was open." "32 minutes to go here in the first half. Mercer in control for the moment. As they fire that down in the direction of Gambi. Duarte comes up. That was a risky play. It was actually Ramosa who they fired in the direction of. And it heads back to Mercer. Now Ramirez with the ball. Ramirez has had some good looks today. He gets it back to Loam. Loam fires it back in the direction of Catafalmo. Now Catafalmo trying to find an open man, resetting here. He will get it over to Akano. Akano waiting patiently here. As Cardinals reset, he dumps it off to Guerrero. Guerrero back to Catafalmo. Now Catafalmo looking for an opening. Looking, waiting. He gets back to Guerrero. Cardinals can't seem to find an open man here. Now here's Guerrero. Up he goes. He gets it out to Loam. Loam is going to have some help. He gets it over. He gets tripped up. He gets it to Mote. Mote breaks it loose. There is a whistle, though. And it's going to be a free kick for the Cardinals as Loam went down. And this could be a good chance for Catonsville. So taking the free kick, it looks like will be Mike Miranda. As another good chance for Catonsville here to potentially score. Miranda's got options. He lines up. Mercer forming a wall. Miranda's kick blocked by the wall. It's blocked back. Catafalmo comes up to try and save the play. Instead, Mercer's going to maybe kick it away. One Mercer player does go down. It's going to be a free kick there for Mercer, as there was contact between that player and Mike Miranda. Trying to see who that was. He does look. He looks okay. It looks like he was a little shaken up for a second. I think that was number 3. That would have been Diego Orquiz. Mercer back on the attack. They get it to Pergo. Pergo gets it up to Bauer. Bauer looking for an opening, gets it back to Pergo. Pergo now goes to Strunk. Strunk back over to Pergo. Pergo will have to reset back on the goalkeeper as Miranda keeping tabs. They get it out to Strunk. Here's Bastian Strunk. He gets it out to Bauer. Bauer back to Strunk. Strunk trying to get it through a tandem of Cardinals players. He gets it out to number 9. Nice play there by Abdul Loam to break up that play. As Mercer will let it sail out of bounds so they can get a free kick. Number 9, that's Francisco Quintavala. All right, here's Quintavala. He gets it down to Bauer. I don't think Bauer was expecting it for a second. He gets it down to Pergo. Pergo looking for an opening. He's guarded by Hogan. He tries to break loose. Mercer with a good look here. Bauer is wrapped up and tripped up, and that's going to be a free kick for Mercer. As the Cardinals will form a defensive wall here to try and prevent an early Mercer score. Meanwhile, we got a couple substitutes warming up for the Cardinals, as Coach Onwuka most likely wants to send in some backup to see if they can fix the Cardinals' scoring woes. They haven't been able to capitalize on some good action. Here's Quintavala. Hits it in the direction, header over and in for a field goal, but no actual goal there, as it went a bit too far over the head of Duarte. Good try there by Mercer, but it's going to remain a 0-0 contest here, as we have got 28 minutes to go in this first half. Ball gets out to Akano. Akano will kick it out deep for Miranda. Miranda has it broken up, but Ramirez comes in with a nice header to keep the play alive. Here is Miranda, streaking down, trying to find an open man. Miranda will hit in the direction of Mote. It was deflected by a header and scooped up by the goalkeeper. Good try there by the Cardinals. And again, Catonsville keeping themselves in control of this game for the time being. Mercer resetting. Mercer trying to find an open man here. They get it down in the direction of Ramosa. Ramosa has got no one to beat. Now he has one man to beat. He's going to try and get around Akano. Ramosa is broken up by Caleb Akano. Akano fires it back for Gio Guerrero. Mercer's on it. They're going to try and reset their play here. They get it to Gamby. Gamby will get it down in the direction of somebody as the ball rolls out of bounds. And we might get a corner kick here for Mercer. I believe we will. Nope, no corner kick yet. It's thrown in. Mercer with a good chance here. Broken up by Hogan. Got to be careful. Guerrero bicycle kicks it back. Miranda trying to get some contact on it. Mercer bats it back in direction. 2 players go down. There was a tangle there between Abdul Loam and I believe Ramosa and Loam. And they're going to give a free kick to Mercer, it looks like. So a free kick here. For Mercer. Very evenly contested contest so far. Both teams have had plenty of chances. Here comes the free kick. It will be deflected by Abdul Lom. Nice hit there. Miranda heads it up. Hydera trying to break loose. Great defensive stop by the Cardinals, but it's not done yet. Here's another chance for Mercer. Catafalmo breaks it up. Got to be careful. Gamby with a chance. It's broken up by Mote. Here's a shot. Duarte deflects it away. What a play by Franklin Duarte. Got a finger on it and knocked it up and over. Fantastic play by the goalie. But Mercer will get another chance off a corner kick. Franklin Duarte, mentioned earlier in pregame, he did play overseas in a somewhat semi-professional capacity. As here's the corner. On its way, Duarte knocks it out. Hogan deflects it, and Miranda will make sure the Mercer doesn't have a chance, or do they? Mercer keeps the ball in play on Catonsville's side of the pitch for now. Cardinals trying to break it up, and they finally will. Hydera will kick it down in the direction of Ramirez. Ramirez heads it away, trying to keep it away from Mercer. Mercer does remain it. Hogan is wide open. Michael Hogan is broken free. He's got one man to beat. He won't beat him. He has it stolen away, or does he? He gets tangled up. There's a whistle as Hogan knocks down his defender. That is number 20, who is still down. That's Joao Lourenco. He's back on his feet. Michael Hogan was wide open for a split second. He couldn't get away from Lourenco. Contact was made. I'll tell you what, though, the Cardinals have had more chances, I feel like, in this game than they had in most of their games last year. That's a good sign that the offense has improved. They just got to get a lucky break here. Ramirez trying to break up that play. Got a little tangled up with Bauer. Trying to get the ball back down. Here's Quintavala. He's kicking it deep down for Bauer, who's streaky downfield. Bauer gets tangled up. He falls. Don't think they're going to say that was a foul on anybody. I think they're just going to say that was a flop as Guerrero breaks loose and a foul is called. And that's going to be against Mercer. I tell you what, the Cardinals have had some individual players who have had some great moments, as it looks like a timeout has been called. We've got 22 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in the first. Just a quick recap. Catonsville, opening 10 minutes, Catonsville, plenty of chances to potentially score, unable to capitalize on them, but a good sign that the offense looks more alive than it did last year. And in some excellent defensive stands in the last 10 minutes. We've still got 22 minutes to go here in the first half. Both teams have played each other pretty equally, I'd say. Although I would give the advantage so far to Catonsville as they've had more looks inside Mercer territory, but Mercer is starting to show a little bit of the aggressiveness that we saw last year. Still, though, it is wonderful to be back here for, this is my personally, this is my third year here in the booth for CCBC Catonsville. Blessed to be back here. We've got a pretty good crowd out here today. School hasn't started yet here at CCBC Catonsville, the season opener being held a bit earlier than usual. We still got a fairly good number of students and local community members who have come out, some family members. Keep in mind, folks, this year the Cardinals will be experimenting with something new starting in the school year for these home games. That's Cardinals Trivia. Cardinals Trivia. If you answer a CCBC Catonsville Cardinals Trivia question correct on our Instagram during halftime of our sporting events, you could get a chance to win authentic game-worn merchandise from the Cardinals. Want to get your hands on a vintage Cardinals soccer jersey or a nice sweatshirt? You can enter Cardinals Trivia on Instagram and have a chance to do so. That is Cardinals Trivia. That's coming for later home games once the official school year begins. Remember, it's only eligible for students and spectators who are attending the games. Make sure you are following us at CCBC Card Sports on Instagram so you can have a chance to potentially win some authentic game-worn Catonsville merchandise. Back we go now. 22 and a half minutes to go in the first half. The Cardinals have kept the same lineup intact, it looks like. Although it appears they've shifted Ramirez and Hogan to opposite sides of the field. See if that has any impact. Cardinals will have a free kick, and it will be Guerrero who will tee off for us. Falmo looking for an opening. Backs it up to Kano. Kano looking for an opening, heavily guarded by Gamby. He gets it back over to Catafalmo. Now Catafalmo streaks up. It's deflected by Bauer. Catafalmo comes sliding in. This could be a good opportunity for Mercer. Gamby has got 3 men to beat. Oh, it's deflected back up into his face by Akano's foot. Catafalmo with the header. Ramirez trying to break up the play, get away from Strunk. Strunk has control. Mercer's going to have to back up and reset, though. Great defensive stop there by the Cardinals. I think Gamby hit himself in the face with his own shot. Hogan breaks up that play, gets it to Miranda. Almost said Mercer there for a second. To Hydera, Hydera to Mote. Mote tripped up, stolen away by Quintavala. Gets it to Bauer, Bauer back to Strunk. Strunk looking away to get away from Brendan Eibner, goes out. Possession should stick with Mercer, and it will. Pergo will toss it in for the Vikings. He throws it in for Gamby, who's heavily guarded by Guerrero and Ebner. Ramirez tries to steal it away. Guerrero has a chance. There's a collision. It's bounced up. Bauer's got it for now, and he's going to send it back in the direction of number 21. That is Caleb Christmas. Folks, we understand there may be some buffering issues on the broadcast. We do apologize for that. Hopefully that will fix itself. We do apologize. If by chance the broadcast ends up cutting out, we will try to get it fixed. We had some similar technical issues last year during our baseball season, or earlier this year rather. Hopefully we can get those fixed, but it looks like, looks like the issues have resolved themselves. We apologize for that if there were any buffering issues. Back underway we go. We've got 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Akano with a deep strike downfield for Miranda, who heads it up in the direction of Hogan. Hogan trying to break away from his man. He's pushed back into the corner. Boxed into the corner. Nice move by Hogan. Hogan gets it to Miranda. Miranda trying to break away. He and Hogan come together for a second. Here's Mote. Shot deflected. Back towards Guerrero. He's going to have to reset here or get it out to Ebner on the near side of the pitch. Ebner gets it, streaking around defenders, trying to break free. Ebner, shot over the middle. Here comes Hydera. He's tripped up. There is no call on the play, or is there? Hydera took a tumble. No call by the officials. He's back on his feet, though. Looks like no ill will between Hydera and the defender who ran into him. And it's back underway we go. Here's Pergo. He will dump it up to number 6. He's getting tripped up. That's going to be a foul against Catonsville. Number 6, that's Max Furrer. Excuse me. Pergo trying to get it out to Furrer. Bounced up. Pergo with the header to Gamby. Gamby shoots it through for Bauer. Bauer with one man to beat. It's Akano trying to break up the play. Instead, it's broken up by Abdul Lom. Cardinals going to have to hold stand here. Here comes a shot by Ramosa. It's broken up by Guerrero. Good play there by Gio Guerrero. Now Guerrero gets it out in the direction of Hogan. Fires it back to Akano. Cardinals will reset here. Another excellent defensive stop by the Cardinals. Catonsville keeping this game as close as they can, as we've now got shade coming over the field. Ramirez gets it up to Miranda. It's broken up by Pergo. Ebner gets a cleat on it. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say possession to the Cardinals. All right. Catonsville has kept this game on their level so far. No score yet as we've got 18 minutes to go in the first half. Ebner gets it out to Ramirez, but it's broken up by Furr and hit back to the goalkeeper. At some point, somebody's going to break through and score here. Both of these teams have had plenty of looks. It's just a matter of time and a question of who will. Now here's Pergo. Down the sideline, gets it to Strunk. Strunk falls. And they're going to say that was a foul on his. Right back to the action goes Mercer as, Christmas gets tangled up by himself. Loses control. Hydera intercepts, gets it to Mote. Now Mote gets it down to Abdul Loam. Loam with the man to beat. He's going to save it from going out of bounds. He's trying to get around Joao. He kicks out for Miranda. It's going to be close. Miranda lost a chance there, and it's going to go back in possession for Mercer. Here is Bastian Strunk. Broken up by Ebner. Great defensive play by Ebner. He tries to get it up to Miranda. Miranda gets it up to Ramirez. Wide open is Ramirez. Ramirez! Shoots, misses. What a block there by the goalkeeper. So close for Ramirez there. Another good look for the Cardinals. Now here's Quintavala, gets it out to Gamby. Gamby fires it back to a somewhat limping Fewer. Hope I didn't say his name wrong there. Here's Ramosa. Breaking free. And Duarte makes the stop. Cardinals would love to get Ramirez open again, seeing as how he was able to get such separation from his defender. Mercer will take possession here at midfield. Cadafalmo slides in to break up the play. Pergo is there to keep it in possession as here's Quintavala. He gets it out to Bastian Strunk. It's knocked away by Caleb Acano. And that's going to set up a corner kick for Mercer. I've seen some great saves so far by both goalkeepers. Franklin Duarte and Federico Gainotti. Quintavala will take the corner. Headed up. Oh, what a save by Duarte. Great save by Franklin Duarte, knocking it out. They'll go out of bounds, so Mercer will keep possession, but Franklin Duarte was there and showing off some of the skills he learned from playing overseas. As Pergo will toss it in. Ebner hits it up, and it's scooped up by Hydera. Hydera gets it out to Michael Hogan. Hogan streaking down the far side of the pitch. Hogan, one man to beat, it's Christmas. He's got a double team, he breaks out of it. He gets it down to Hydera. Offsides is called against the Cardinals. Oh, another chance for the Cardinals broken up. At some point, the luck is going to turn their way, and they are going to score with how aggressive they've played in this first half. Speaking of this first half, we've got 14 and a half minutes left. Remember, another 45 minutes to play after this frame is over. As that's a deep pass downfield in the direction of Ramosa. Ramosa trying to break away from Abdul Loam. Excuse me, that's Acano. Here's Quintavala. Acano breaks it up, gets it to Mote. Acano gets it downfield to Hydera. Hydera hits it in the direction of Hogan. Now Hogan will find Miranda. Miranda has got Ramirez. He tries to get it to Ramirez. It bounces off of a defender. Miranda with another chance. And it's broken up again. Mercer now just dribbling the ball back and forth here, trying to burn some clock, I would imagine. Christmas kicks it up to Quintavala. Now Quintavala deep pass in the direction of Alo Gambi. And it will be knocked out of bounds by Abdul Loam. Possession will stick with Mercer. Mercer, it's hard to say who has been in control so far this first half, as both Mercer and Catonsville have had plenty of looks. But right now, the scale is starting to tilt in the direction of Mercer, as that time the ball gets knocked out of bounds. As we have a substitute entering the game for the Cardinals to replace Bradley Ramirez, and Sharif Haidera will be freshman number 2, King Remy, and freshman number 4 was Michael Douglas. So the Cardinals sending in some substitutes here to try and give them a little bit of oomph on offense. Two very talented young players as Catafalmo shoots it down in the direction of King Remy. Here we go. First action for Remy. He breaks away from number 12. Remy said during media day, as that ball is knocked out of bounds, possession will stick with the Cardinals. Remy mentioned during Cardinals media day that he's one of the faster players on the team. And we already saw that speed, so I don't think he was just saying that for laughs. I think he meant it. Here is Mote breaking up that play. Now Mote trying to find an open man. Heavy defense from Mercer. He gets it into Miranda. Miranda breaks it away. Douglas with a chance. It's knocked out. That should be a corner for the Cardinals. As there is a Mercer player down. That's number 3, Diego Ortiz. He'll get back to his feet as Gio Guerrero will take the corner. So already those two new offensive players we've seen for the Cardinals getting some action in, as both Douglas and Remy have seen some looks here. Again, seeing if this is going to help out the Cardinals offensively. Refs mentioned, I think the refs were reminding Mercer they can't have too many players inside the goal. Guerrero's corner is kicked up and away. Mercer will try and break it up. Ebner keeps it in play at the moment. It's kicked out. Loam is there to prevent it from going too far. Now Loam with a deep shot on goal. It's way off, as we've got 10 minutes to go. Cardinals are going to send in another sub, it looks like, as now entering the game for the Cardinals to make his debut and replacing Michael Hogan. The Cardinals are going to send in another winger. Waiting to see who it is, but I believe that's number 9. Yes, number 9, Giovanni Alonso, entering the game for the Cardinals, another freshman. So Catonsville now with a completely different front 4, as here's Remy. Remy trying to break away from Bauer. And you see that speed. Remy just able to close the gap between defenders way quicker than any Cardinal player we've seen so far out on the pitch. See what the Cardinals could do now with this completely changed front 4 outside of Mike Miranda. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. The Cardinals, meanwhile, are warming up 2 additional substitutes. They may try to send in 2 more players here, as we've got 9.5 minutes to go. Ball batted out of bounds again. Once again, it will be possession to the Cardinals. And this time they're just going to send it back on defense so they can reset. Akano trying to break away from Alo Gambi. Fires it off in the direction of Abdul Loam. Loam boxed in on the opposing bench's sideline. He fires it back to Catafalmo. Catafalmo looking for an opening. Waiting, looking for an opening. He's got plenty of room. He's going to set up a pass, gets it to Douglas. Michael Douglas gets it out back to Akano. Akano looking for an opening. He is going to find Guerrero. Guerrero gets it back to Douglas. It's broken up by Mercer. Now Mercer with a chance. Gambi fires it down for Ramosa, but it will go too far, and Duarte will be there to pick it up. Duarte hits it out to Guerrero. Now Guerrero deep into the direction for Alonso. Alonso, nice header to keep it in play, trying to break his man. It's broken up by Christmas, knocked out of bounds. Possession should stick with the Cardinals as, well, there goes that ball. It sails over the fence and into the neighborhood. As you see, one of our ball runners is actually going to jump the fence to try and get it. Cardinals trying to reset. Loam bats it back to Akano. Akano signals for someone to go open. Now he's going to fire behind. Ooh, miscalculation. He fired behind Brennan Eibner. Ramosa is breaking free. It's going to be man-on-man. Akano comes in to break it up. Duarte with the nice save. Mercer with a little bit of a communication breakdown themselves that may have prevented a Viking score. So a mistake there by Caleb Akano nearly led to a good chance for a good scoring opportunity for Mercer. But Catonsville's defense swoops in to save the day. Duarte with a deep goal kick. It's going to go back in the direction of Miranda, headed back by Ortiz. Guerrero trying to break free of his defender. Moti got a lace on it. Gets it back to Guerrero, back to Catafalmo. Now Catafalmo kicks out the direction of King Remy, who's wide open, trying to break free. Remy showing that speed. He's trying to get around Pergo. They're tied up. Pergo tries to get it back to Ortiz. Remy shoots in. It's going to go out of bounds. Corner for Catonsville. The speed of King Remy keeping that game in place as we got another sub coming in. The Cardinals are going to sub in. It looks like they're going to sub in a new striker, sitting out Mike Miranda and sending in, we're trying to see who that is, if they would kindly turn around. I believe that's one of the twins on the team. That is, I believe, number 19, Taiwo Oluwasisan. Corner kick inbounds. It's batted away by Mercer. So the Cardinals now with a completely different offensive front. See if that can get anything going as Loam with a good play there to break up Ramosa's attack. Loam is tripped up on the sideline. No call yet. Oluwasisan getting in on the action, and there is a whistle. And you see the frustration there from Oluwasisan saying, what was that? I didn't do anything. So a free kick coming up for Mercer here with 6 minutes to go in this first half. Very competitive first half. Neither team has scored, but each team has had plenty of chances. Great defense being played by both lines. Deep pass downfield to the direction of Gamby, broken up by Catafalmo. Akano gets a foot on it, sends it over midfield towards Mote. Mote tries to break it up, but there was a near collision. Ortiz with the header to keep it alive, and Pergo now with possession. Pergo fires down to Gamby, but Eibner breaks it up. Eibner trying to get it to King Remy, but instead Pergo's there to break it up. Pergo finds Ramosa. Ramosa gets it up to Bauer. Now Bauer looking for an open man. Bauer trying to break past Douglas. He gets it out to Führer. Führer gets it back down to Pergo, who's got an open lane. Pergo, heavily guarded by King Remy. He goes down. Ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Catonsville, it looks like, as in comes the first sub of the day for Mercer late here in the first half. Entering the game for the Vikings to replace Ramosa is going to be, if he could kindly turn around so I can see his number, number 22, Eric Karchapula. Another freshman. Once again, Mercer only with a freshman-only lineup for today's game, as none of their sophomores were available for the contest. And so far, Catonsville may be taking advantage of that, as they have played very, very well against this Mercer squad. Neither team has been able to score, as Moti kind of just, the Red Sea parted there for a second, but it's broken up by Führer. Now Führer trying to break away from Moti. Tries to get away from Douglas. Gets it down towards Karchapulo. Broken up again. Now here's Max Führer trying to get it in, but it's broken up by Akano. Akano pushing away. Tries to get it out to Oluwasisan. He gets it out to Guerrero. Guerrero has it broken up instead by Bauer. There's a chance. There's a collision between King Remy and Quintavala. And that's going to be a free kick for Mercer deep in Catonsville territory with 4 minutes to go. Been an exciting half of football so far. Yeah, I said what I said. It's called football. Just waiting to see who's going to be the first to take advantage. Quintavala taking his time tying his laces here before he gets the free kick underway, as the Cardinals have got a good defensive look here. Cardinals coaches asking for one more on the wall. Quintavala will get it away. It's batted up. Good defensive stop by the Cardinals once again. Catafalmo trying to get it away from Cachapulo, and they get it down into the direction of Alonso. Giovanni Alonso, 2 men to beat. It's going to be knocked out of bounds deep in Mercer territory by the Vikings. Cardinals will have a chance here with about 4 minutes to go. Inbounds pass gets it out to King Remy, and that's going to be a foul as Remy is hit hard in the stomach by Pergo. Free kick coming up for Catonsville. So another great defensive stop by the Cardinals at that wall of red, white, and black. And this will give Catonsville another chance. Alonso will get it out to Eibner. Eibner tried to cross up a shot, but instead it's scooped up by the goalkeeper. And back on the attack comes the Vikings. Oh, rather, it's broken up instead. Moti gets it out to Alonso. Alonso tied up, tries to get it to Remy, but it's intercepted by Pergo. Pergo gets it back out to Kunchapulo. He misses that shot. Mote comes in to break it up. Eibner breaking it up. Good move there by Brendan Eibner. He gets it back to the defense. Now a chance for the Cardinals. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It has been an incredibly exciting half of soccer so far. Akano shoots it down in the direction of Abdul Lom. He gets tied up a little bit. He's got Oluwasisan for an option. Instead, he fires it back to Douglas. Douglas finds Akano. Akano looking for an open man. Tries to get it to Oluwasisan. It's broken up by Mercer. Now Akano gets it to Oluwasisan, who breaks through. He gets it down to Abdul Lom. Lom streaking down. Lom looking for an option. Gets a shot off, but it's broken up by the goalkeeper. Minute and a half to go. An exciting defensive half of soccer is about to come to an end here, as Duarte is there to break up that play. Got to be careful. Quintavala came in there trying to get a steal, as Guerrero knocks it up, as we've got 1 minute to go, folks. 1 minute to go in this first half. King Remy is shoved to the ground by Danny Pergo. What on earth was that play by number 12? Pergo shoving King Remy to the ground. That's a foul against Mercer. All right, Catonsville, less than a minute to go. See if they can get something big here before the half. Eibner's free kick downfield in the direction of Alonso. Headed away by Mercer. Vikings may have stopped that unless Oluwasisan can get around the much larger Bastian Strunk. He almost did. Strunk keeps possession, but it's tipped by the Cardinals. Mercer keeps possession now, and they're going to get it down to Crunchapulo. Crunchapulo will try to get a shot off. Duarte breaks it up. Ooh, that was close. It goes out of bounds. As the final seconds ticking away. 15 seconds to go, as it's going to be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Great defensive stop there by Catonsville after a really solid look by Carchapulo. And that'll do it. The first half comes to an end, 0-0 the score. Both teams playing excellent, both defensively and offensively, but just a bit more on the defensive side. They've been unable to score, but this Cardinals team has been looking much better than they did last year already. We're going to take a short break, folks, and we'll be back for the final 45-minute frame to see if the Cardinals can break free and score their first goal of the season, or will Mercer be able to break free as well? We'll be right back to determine it.
dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, what is that exactly doing? You're live streaming it
So we live stream it on our YouTube channel.
on the YouTube channel?
Yeah,
So if
CCB.
my wife wants to watch it, she's got to go to
Yeah, it should be up on there.
up on there.
Yeah, just CCBC Catonsville Cardinals YouTube. And then just, you'll say live and just click on it and there you go.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
give
like
her
a,
a call. Maybe she can catch that second half.
yeah, there's like a, 20-second delay.
Yeah.
In case he cusses now.
That's all right.
Even if he cusses, we don't know how to stop that.
Yeah.
The worst thing I've ever said on the broadcast was pissed. That was.
Oh.
And we welcome you back to the Catonsville Cardinals Network as we are getting set for the start of the second half here between the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals and the Mercer County Community College Vikings in the season opener for both Region 20 soccer and the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals schedule or season. Once again, folks, this is Isaac Donsky, the big man on the mic here to bring you all the action. If you missed the first half, it was a battle, a very solid defensive battle, as both Catonsville and Mercer had plenty of good looks in the others' general vicinity, but no points so far. It's 0-0. The teams have played very close. Lots of good scoring opportunities for both teams, especially Catonsville, but they weren't able to capitalize on any of them. And I should mention, the Cardinals last year struggled to even get the ball into situations where their offense could have a chance to score. This year, doesn't look like they're going to have that problem. The Cardinals seem to have much more speed. The defense just as tenacious as it was last year. The one big question that remains, can the Cardinals keep the pressure and the momentum up? One of the big issues last year was that Catonsville would lose their momentum in the second half as exhaustion wore in. If the conditioning work that the Cardinals have gotten in the offseason has helped, they should be able to keep the pressure up. Now, both teams have switched sides. Once again, Catonsville is wearing their brand new all-white jerseys with red numbers and black stripes. Mercer will be wearing yellow with green pants, green sleeves, and green numbers as we're getting set to get back underway here for the second half of this season opener. The Region 20 2023 kickoff game is back underway. Alo Gamby of Mercer will kick it away. Here we go. So can the Cardinals get back on target? Deep shot downfield for Mercer. Going to try to get a position. Catafalmo breaks it up. Good start. Cardinals have got their original offensive line back out there, including Bradley Ramirez, who breaks away from his defender. Ramirez gets it down towards Mike Miranda, but he can't get away from Danny Pergo. Pergo trying to find an open man. He finds Max Furrer. Furrer over across to Quintavala. Quintavala trying to get it in the direction of Bastian Strunk, and offside is called against Mercer. Catonsville will be back on the attack. Strunk trying to break up a play. Brendan Eibner, who had some great plays on defense in the first half, keeps it alive. He gets it to Akano. Akano gets it to Catafalmo. Catafalmo looking for an open man. Instead, he'll hit it back to Franklin Duarte. We mentioned earlier, Duarte, Catonsville's new goalkeeper they acquired in the offseason, has played professionally in Europe before at the under-18 level. So some good experience for the Cardinals there. Akano with a shot downfield to the direction of Aziz Mote. It's broken up by Mercer. Here's Danny Pergo. Pergo sends it down in the direction of Gamby. Duarte comes out of the box and scoops it up. During the half, we learned that the timeout called earlier was due to Mercer's coaching staff not being pleased at all with their team's performance. Remember, this is a Vikings team that last season finished with a 12-4 record and were one of the top teams in Region 19. A team that beat Catonsville 10-0. Now, it should be mentioned, of course, add some context. This Catonsville team does have some more veteran experience on it, and they're facing a... We'll hold that thought as the ball gets down to Ramirez, who can't get it away. He does block his own deflection. Mote gets tangled up, and that's going to be a foul against Mercer. And the ref letting number 17, Ramosa, know he's got to back up, getting too close. As I was saying earlier, some context to why this game is closer than expected. Catonsville does have some more veteran experience on it with 8 sophomores, including 6 returners, and Mercer is without all of their sophomores. They're only playing freshmen this game as all of the sophomores were unavailable due to an unrelated suspension. Here's a chance for the Cardinals. Hit downfield for Aziz Mote. Mote breaks away. He's tangled up. Will there be a foul? No, there isn't. That's at least the third time that a Cardinals player has been knocked to the ground by a Mercer player, and the referee has remained silent. It's an interesting call there as Miranda breaks up a play there, now with a chance. Mike Miranda will shoot. It's deflected by the goalkeeper. Another shot by Sharif Haidara. There's a Cardinal player down in the backfield. That's Abdul Lom, but he's okay. Cardinals going to keep the pressure up as the ball rolls out of bounds. It will be Catonsville possession. How about that play by Mike Miranda to keep the ball alive? Last year, he was arguably the one offensive threat the Cardinals could rely on. This year, he's got help, as he had Sharif Hydera and Bradley Ramirez there to try and back him up. If there was ever an opportunity for the Cardinals right now, it's here. Throw and pick. Ramirez will head it up and out of the park as it bounces off the back of the nets at the back of the pitch. Goal kick coming up as Mercer takes over possession. Good look so far for the Cardinals. Now Mercer trying to break it up. Bauer hits it back to Ortiz. Ortiz gets it up to Pergo. Pergo trying to break away from Hogan. Cardinals defense trying to break up that play. Akano with a great play assist from Guerrero. He gets it up to Miranda. Well, actually, no, excuse me. From where we're sitting up here, it looked like it was going for Miranda, but it actually sailed right past him. Now another chance here for Mercer. Here's Bauer trying to get it out to Strunk. And instead, Akano will be there to hit it. It's deflected off of Strunk's shin guards. Out of bounds. Possession will stick with Mercer. Nope, we'll go to Catonsville, excuse me. May have noticed a bit of some odd names for Mercer. Their roster is made up almost exclusively of international players, as it has been for the past few seasons. They are very good at recruiting players from overseas. As Miranda's trying to break up this play with Ortiz. Ortiz limped a little bit there, and Miranda breaks it away. Miranda trying to break it away from Ortiz. They're just too... Oh, and they get tangled up, and down goes Ortiz, and a foul on Mike Miranda. And he's arguing his case with the referee. Fouls have not gone the Cardinals' way in this game. They've had several cases, as I mentioned earlier, where Cardinal players got knocked to the ground and there was no whistle. Mercer has been lucky in that regard. So a free kick coming up here for Ortiz. And he dumps it off to Furr. Furr under attack from Aziz Mote, who intercepts it. Mote shoots! Oh, so close! Goalkeeper got his fingertips on it. A great attempt there by Aziz Mote. Another good look for the Cardinals. Here's Ramirez breaking up a play. He gets it to Abdul Loam. Loam gets it up to Guerrero. Guerrero can't handle it. It's scooped up instead by Quintavala. Quintavala now with a chance. He's got white jersey surrounding him. He gets it out to Fuhrer, but Fuhrer's shot is intercepted by Akano. Akano gets it out to Hogan. Hogan gets it down to Miranda. Miranda, just the keeper to beat. Miranda scores! Mike Miranda opens the season with his first goal for the Cardinals. What a play by the Cardinals, set up perfectly by the pass by Michael Hogan, and the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead off a beautiful shot by Mike Miranda. How about that? The veteran striker entering his second season with the Cardinals. The sophomore leader gets the early score, and CCBC Catonsville is up 1-0, but keep holding your breaths, folks. We've got 39 minutes left in this half. It's not over by a long shot. You knew it was going to happen at some point. You just had to wonder when. And I believe this is the first time the Cardinals have led on home soil since 2021. Now Mercer with an opportunity. And it's broken up. Great play there by Abdul Loam as the Cardinals breaking away as well. The scoreboard at the moment currently still showing 0-0. It is 1-0. We're just waiting for that to get updated. As, oh, that was an awkward moment as Joao Futanaro tripped over the ball. As look at Abdul Loam breaking up that play. Gets it out to Miranda. Miranda trying to break away from his defender on the near side of the pitch. Mercer forced to reset here, and we apologize for the little stoppage in commentary there, folks. Had to check to make sure our broadcast was still running, as for a second it looked like it was stuck on our halftime broadcast. Nope, we're all good. Mercer with a chance. Deep shot downfield. They're trying to get it to Ramosa. It's broken up by Ramirez. Ramosa still with possession. Broken up by Guerrero. Good shot for the back of the kneecaps. Now here is Bauer getting it out to 18, who is a deep shot that falls into the midst of Duarte. We'll check real quick who that was. I believe that's a new player we haven't seen yet, number 18. It is. That's Anthony Fajardo making his first appearance of the game. He was subbed in at the half. Apologies, we didn't notice it. Now we have it. Duarte, goal kick deep downfield to the direction of Miranda and Ramirez. And Mercer's going to have to scramble back there to ensure that they keep possession. The Vikings in an unfamiliar position here, trailing early in the second half as Abdul Loam breaks up that play intended for Ramosa. Loam streaking through defenders. He gets it out to Ramirez. Ramirez had 3 looks back at the first as there's a whistle. Was that a foul or offsides? Couldn't see. Offsides. Thinking of my cameraman, Larry D, letting me know that was offsides there. Did not see was the referee on the far side who raised their flag, so wasn't able to see it. Just for context, folks, we're not in our usual broadcast booth because of a power outage. We're actually broadcasting just outside the booth, but I think the experience is honestly a bit better. You can actually hear what the players are saying to each other. As here's another chance for Mercer and Bastian Strunk. Caleb Acano, much shorter, trying to break it up. They're tied up with each other. Got to be careful. And there is a whistle. Foul on Bastian Strunk. It was only a matter of time with how physical he was getting with Acano. And again, Catonsville's scrappy defense, which last year was one of the main reasons that they kept their games close despite the team's offensive struggles, comes up with another good stop. If you didn't watch any Catonsville games last year, folks, last year the issue mainly was the offense. They couldn't seem to get players downfield in time to create scoring opportunities. This year they seem to have fixed that as they've got at least 4 or 5 very fast young players who can get down there in time to prevent the defense from breaking up their plays. Last year's defense was scrappy and kept their games close, but ultimately the Cardinals would lose steam in the second half and eventually the games would become lopsided. That is the hope that the Cardinals have addressed those issues, and so far, knock on wood, it looks like they have. Then again, we still have about 35 minutes to go in this second half. Still plenty of time for Mercer to launch a comeback attempt. So Catonsville's got to keep the pressure up, especially against this Mercer team. Very well scouted team. They know what they're doing. They are without their sophomore leadership. That could be to their detriment, and it has been so far. But again, we still have 35 minutes to determine this contest. Here's Miranda breaking loose. He's going to get it out to Alonso. Giovanni Alonso to Ramirez! Ramirez with a chest, and it's 2-0 Catonsville! The aggressive freshman striker with his first career goal. And I apologize, I said that was Alonso who set that up. No, it was Michael Hogan, his second assist of this game. 2-0 Cardinals. Well, you knew that was coming. Ramirez had at least 3 looks early in the first frame, couldn't get any of them to work. And you hear Franklin Duarte back at the goal yelling at his teammates, we're not going to stop. You cannot get complacent at this point. You have to keep it up. Meanwhile, Michael Hogan has subbed out of the game. He will be replaced by King Remy, number 2. Hopefully Hogan is okay. I think he might just be a little bit exhausted. It is a hot day out. It is in the upper 80s. We're in the heat of the afternoon. The sun is beating down. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the players are experiencing some level of discomfort out there. It's one of the reasons why the Cardinals have these brand new all-white uniforms. Much better to play in the heat. But Michael Hogan on the sideline. Looks like he's stretching it out, so hopefully everything's okay there. As we'll continue to watch and keep an eye. 2 assists for the Cardinals on this day. And meanwhile, back to the action we go. Mercer trails 2-0. The Vikings trying to get back. As they have that position broken up. And the speed of the Vikings, noticeably, I'm just noticing it now, their speed seems to have kind of dropped off. They didn't have a lot of defensive players back in position there. Maybe a similar situation we saw with the Cardinals last year. As Mercer again has to break up that play and reset as King Remy and Mike Miranda were all over their defenders. Miranda still over the defenders, so they have to reset yet again. There is a psychological element to this game, folks, and when a team comes into a contest expecting to win and finds themselves trailing 2-0, psychological element can start to weigh heavy on the mind. Ramosa with the ball, avoids a breakup attempt by Loam, and they're going to have to break it up again as Miranda with the interception. Now Miranda tries to get it to Ramirez, but it's wisely broken up by Bauer. Miranda and Bauer collide out of bounds, possession to the Vikings. Downfield shot. Broken up by the defense. That's Guerrero. He'll get it out to Aziz Mote. Mote down to Ramirez. Has to backtrack a bit. Fires it up in the direction of Miranda. Miranda's just going to let that roll back to the defense. As it will be a reset attempt here for the Vikings. Mote down towards Ramirez. Oh, it slipped past him. It's going to be a track race to make sure the ball doesn't go out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds. Possession to Mercer. Now here's Strunk. Tripped up on his way down. It's going to roll out of bounds, and possession should stick with Mercer. You can see there's an element of exhaustion starting to creep in here, I think, for Mercer, because the Vikings, their speed seems to be noticeably off from where it previously was, as they trail 2-0 here with, I believe that's 31 minutes to go. We're trying to see the fence post that holds up the fence at the back of the pitch is kind of blocking our view of the game clock, but I believe we've got about 30 minutes to go here in this second half. Cardinals up 2-0 over the Vikings off of goals by Mike Miranda and Bradley Ramirez. Miranda breaks up that play, knocks it out of bounds. As we got a sub coming in for the Cardinals, Giovanni Alonso is going to enter the game to replace Mike Miranda at striker. So the man responsible for Catonsville's first goal of the season will exit the contest to get some much-needed rest as Giovanni Alonso enters the game. And might get an opportunity here. Sharif Idera knocks it down in the direction of King Remy. Remy with the header, keeps control. Remy trying to break three, knocks it up. Goaltender is on it. And we'll dish it back out to Mercer. Now Mercer back on the attack. Ramosa trying to find an open man. Kicks it out to Bauer. Bauer broken up by Loam. Great defensive play. Mercer will have to bounce back. Furr hits it down to Gamby looking for an opening. Now Gamby with a shot deflected by Loam again. Chest shot by Catafalmo. Remy knocks it back to Fajardo, but he's got Ramirez all up in his business. Fajardo finds Gamby. Gamby looking for an opening. Now he gets it to Bauer, who's swarmed by white jerseys. He gets it out instead to Quintavala, who shoots and overshoots out onto the near corner to Gamby. Gamby trying to break away from Loam, gets it out to Fajardo. Fajardo heavily guarded by Ramirez, tripped up, foul. And something I've noticed here, folks, as we got a free kick coming up, is that the Cardinals goalkeeper Franklin Duarte is doing an excellent job of managing the field here. getting the players to get into their right positions as they set up a defensive screen. You could hear him shouting at Bradley Ramirez, stay on the ball, as Gamby's free kick is up. Duarte will knock it away with a nice shot there. Oh, there was a gnarly, big-time collision there. Brennan Eibner collided hard with Joao. I think that was a case of a knee making contact with the head as Joao is clutching the back of his head. Eibner is limping a little bit, but seems to be okay walking it off. That's one of the dangers of those free kicks when you have so many bodies moving in one location. They tend to make contact. Both players seem to be okay. Our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, making her first trip out onto the field this season. Checks both players. They seem to be okay. We may see a substitution come in here for the Vikings. They got to get something going offensively. They've had a lot of good chances on the offense, but just haven't been able to capitalize on any of them as Catonsville's defense has kept it up. It looks like, are we going to get a sub? Maybe. No, we're going to get a timeout. Not a timeout, excuse me. It looks like the players thought it was a water break and came over to get some water, only for the coaching staff to tell them, hang on, not a water break yet. It looks like both lineups are going to stay the same. I believe that Eric Carchapullo was about to come into the game to replace Lorenko, the player who went down, but instead he's going to stay out. So back underway we go. Duarte controlling the field, getting back for a deep goal kick in the direction of King Remy. And instead it's going to sail out of bounds, possession back to Mercer. Back on the attack comes Mercer. Akano trying to break up that play. They do get the break up and a foul is called as Quintavala tumbled down. Now another opportunity for Mercer here. They've had plenty of opportunities, but Catonsville's defense has held firm. We've got 27.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Free kick. Blocked up. That could be risky. No, it bounces up and over the goal. A good shot attempt, but not good enough for Bauer as it went up and sailed over the goal. Cardinals keep the game alive. Catonsville's defense has come up big on numerous occasions today. Both teams seem to have slowed down just a bit, with the Cardinals up 2-0. If Catonsville can hold on here, by the way, it would be their first home victory in nearly 2 years. The last time they won on home soil was back in the fall of 2021. That team had a completely different roster and a completely different coaching staff. As here we go, on the attack. Catafalmo breaks that up, gets it to Guerrero. Guerrero loses it. Gamby with possession. He tries to break through to Strunk, but Strunk has Akano all up in there. He breaks it away and gets it out to King Remy. Now Remy trying to find an open man. He finds Aziz Mote. Mote fighting, shoots it down to Abdul Lom. Lom gets it to Ramirez. Ramirez bounces past Max Führer and sends it out. As a substitute's coming in, Michael Hogan with a pair of assists is back in the contest as he replaces King Remy. So it looks like, folks, they just stopped the play real quickly because they're trying to tell They just told Joao Lourenco to get off the pitch and head out as a result of the head injury he had earlier when he collided with Brendan Eibner's knee. I think they're sending him off, because athletic trainer Abby Miller wants to take a look at him, so he'll head out. This will bring Eric Carchapullo into the game. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a case of that where the referees have told a player, you need to get off the pitch. I think they thought he was subbed out back during the injury timeout. He never was. Regardless, we're back underway. Lohm's toss in is fielded by Alonso. Here's Ebner. Moves up, passes it in the direction of Hogan, who's freshly subbed into the contest. Hogan gets it down to Sharif Haidara. Offside. Ooh. Little too greedy by Sharif Haidara, one of the returning sophomore players. That's going to give Mercer possession once again. Shot down in the direction of Ramosa will go out of bounds. Possession right back to Catonsville. Cardinals with another chance. You can tell Mercer is getting frustrated at this point. We've got just about 25 minutes to go, and the Vikings, one of the highest scoring teams in Region 19 last year, have been held scoreless by the lowest scoring team in Region 20 last year. It's crazy what one offseason can do for two programs. Ball will be tossed in. Bounced up. Little scrum, couple of headers. Ramirez with another header, bounces it up for Alonso. And Alonso has it broken up by Ortiz. Ortiz tries to get it away. Hogan makes some good contact. Goes out of bounds. Possession, I think, will stick with Catonsville. Yes. Eibner will toss it in, trying to get it out to Hogan. It's headed away by Ortiz. Catonsville's defense now needing to break up big time as here comes Quintavala. Quintavala streaky down. It's broken up by Akano. Akano's pass is intercepted by Ramosa. It's going to be boxed to a corner. Akano's going to just have to knock it out of bounds. Possession will stay with Mercer. As now, let's see what Mercer can do here. Shot blocked by Mote. Scooped up by Alonso. Giovanni Alonso streaking down the pitch, breaking away for defenders. He's got Ramirez out in front, but he loses control of the ball. No worries, Hogan is there to break it up. They're just teeter-tottering on the far side of the pitch along the sideline. As a quick whistle is thrown there, that's going to be a free kick. Taken by Pergo. Down in the direction of Gamby, broken up by Abdul Loam. Loam keeps it from going out of bounds, kicks it out to Ramirez. Ramirez, tripped up by Carchapullo. That's going to be a foul and a free kick. Taken by Guerrero, deep into the direction of Hogan. Michael Hogan, wide open is Michael Hogan. Hogan trying to get away from Pergo, great play. Hogan throws it up, trying to get it to Alonso. It's batted up into the air and will be scooped up by the goalkeeper. A good look there by Michael Hogan, who's trying to add on to 2 assists so far. Here's Carchapullo. Canafalmo knocks it back for Duarte. Duarte kicks it back up into play. It goes into the direction of Eibner. Instead, Ramosa's got it. Ramosa finds Furr. Furr gets it down to Gamby. Gamby trying to break away from Loam, who gets the steal. Loam kicks it up to Ramirez, gets it to Mote. Now Mote gets it deep downfield. Alonso's going to race to try and break up the play. He won't get there in time. Possession will remain with the Vikings right at the moment. We've got 22 minutes to go in this second half. Catonsville leads it 2-0 off of solid strikes by Mike Miranda and Bradley Ramirez, off of a pair of assists from Michael Hogan. Now Mercer with another chance. Ramosa trips up, hit hard by Hogan. Carchapullo tries to get in there as well. Hogan goes down, a shot. Duarte with the stop as Ramosa had a good look there. Franklin Duarte putting a good case in to be player of the game so far, as he's made some fantastic stops for the Cardinals. 21 and a half minutes to go. 21 and a half minutes from Catonsville's first home victory since 2021. Goal kick goes downfield to Ramirez, who just shoots it down in the direction of the goalie. Could have exercised a little bit more caution there, but it's okay at the moment. No harm, no foul. Cardinals closing in. Header by Hydera. And Mercer's going to have to defend once again. Alonso keeping the pressure up, trying to break up those plays, see if he can get in there, and he's doing an excellent job of doing that. Here's Hogan. Hogan gets it out to Alonso. It's broken up by Quintavala, but the Cardinals keep it alive. Good play by Guerrero. As contact is made, they're saying a free kick. The Cardinals did not like that call. Cardinals have survived several close calls here today, as here's another attack by Mercer. Ramosa has had a lot of good looks, fires it up. Loam breaks up the play. Good play there by Abdul Loam to break up a potential scoring play by Mercer. Gets it out to Guerrero. Guerrero to Alonso. Alonso couldn't get his hands on it. Couldn't get his feet on it, excuse me. Back out to Ramosa. Now Ramosa finds Quintavala. Quintavala gets it down to Strunk. Broken up by Gio Guerrero. As the Cardinals are about to send in a handful of substitutes. Water break is called, it looks like. With 20 minutes to go in this contest. Catonsville about to send in a bunch of subs, and it looks like they'll be sending in... waiting to see, but it looks like the Cardinals will be sending in both of the Oluwaseson brothers, so both Taiwo and Kahindi, and I believe they're also sending in Miguel Figueroa. No, that's Mike Miranda, excuse me. Similar haircut for the two players. So Mike Miranda and the two Oluwaseson, is it the two Oluwasesons? I think one of the Oluwasesons. While we have a chance for this timeout, folks, just want to do a little bit of a self-plug here. If you're interested in the inner workings of CCBC Catonsville Athletics and want to know more about your favorite student athletes, coaches, and athletic members, we've got just the show for you. That would be Inside the Nest, your in-depth look at the world of CCBC Catonsville Cardinals athletics. Brand new episodes come out each month. The summer we haven't really been doing any, but we're going to be restarting the podcast this coming school year. Inside the Nest will give you in-depth looks at each CCBC Catonsville Cardinals team, what they're up to over the course of their season. We'll feature interviews with players, coaches, and staff members. It will take you on location. All of that and more can be found on the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals official podcast, Inside the Nest. Full episode links to individual episodes can be found on the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals Athletics website. Full episodes in entirety can be found on our official YouTube channel. That's Inside the Nest, your in-depth look at the world of CCBC Catonsville Cardinals athletics. So the Cardinals with a rash of substitutes here. Mike Miranda's back in the game. Michael Douglas back into the contest. And Taiwo Oluwaseson also re-enters the contest as the Cardinals send in the subs. And now the question is, will they be able to keep the pressure up? They've got exactly 19 minutes and 55 seconds to determine this game. Can they hold on for basically another 20? So far, Mercer has been unable to figure out Catonsville's defense, but they've come close on numerous occasions. And one has to wonder if one of those chances went the Vikings' way, this game would have a very different complexion. Off of the break, Kano gets tangled up with Quintavala as another sub comes in. Ramirez is going to exit the contest, and entering the contest, if he will turn around, is going to be number 17. That's Jason Astudillo, making his Catonsville debut. Another young player you're going to have to keep your eyes on. Duarte's goal kick, short this time, gets it out to Abdul Loam. And Loam accidentally deflects it out of bounds. That's the kind of mistake you don't want to make. Bauer will inbounce the pass to Fajardo. Fajardo will kick it up to Carchapullo. Broken up by Douglas. Douglas finds Mote. Mote finds Oluwasisan, trying to get it out to Mike Miranda, but instead it's broken up by Ortiz. Now here's Ortiz looking for an open man. He's got Gamby wide open, and he's going to go to him. But Abdul Loam is there to break up the play. Abdul Loam has been fierce on this side of the pitch this half. Very few scoring opportunities have come on that side thanks to his defensive prowess so far. As Michael Douglas tries to break up that play, Ramosa holds on to it, and Mercer's going to have to reset here. Ortiz looking for an opening. He gets it out to Bauer. Bauer has it broken up by Mote. Douglas gets knocked down. Ball is knocked up in the direction of Strunk. There's a collision. Oh, that's going to be risky. Duarte has to jump back into position. And it's broken up by Eibner. Whew, that could have been close, but the Cardinals defense comes in clutch to stop a great scoring chance. Duarte was caught out of the box, and that could have allowed Bastian Strunk to score. Mercer with another chance. Mote intercepts, kicks it back to Duarte. And he will kick it away deep in the direction of Astudillo. Fajardo heads it back onto Catonsville's side of the pitch. Cardinals defense trying to break up this play. Is going to be close. Catafalmo gets a leg in there. Oh, what a save by Duarte. Breaking up that play by Bastian Strunk. Ball out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Vikings. But Duarte with a fantastic defensive play. Nice assist there from Paul Catafalmo to keep this a 2-0 contest. Mercer's having a lot of good looks here as the Cardinals seem to have slowed down just a bit. They need to get back out there offensively for another attack. Miranda breaking three. He will. Mike Miranda breaks free. He's tangled up with Ortiz. Bauer sends it back in the direction of Gamby. Gamby again, he's shut down by Abdul Loam. Astudillo gets the ball now, and he's tiptoeing the sidelines, fires it up for Miranda. It's intercepted by Furr, gets it to Gamby. Gamby finds Carchapullo, tries to get it down once again to Strunk, and Duarte scoops it up. I tell you what, the Cardinals may be in control of this game, but it doesn't feel like it at some points because Mercer has been the much more aggressive team in this second half. We've got 16 minutes to play. That's still a lot of time. Anything can happen. Now Miranda pressuring the goaltender, who will kick it away. Guerrero broke up that initial play. Cardinals back, Mercer back on the attack. They said a deep pass to nobody in particular, and Duarte is able to scoop it up. Duarte looking for an opening. Duarte, deep shot downfield. Trying to get it to Astudillo. He heads it away from Fajardo. Great play there by Jason Astudillo. And Mote is there to scoop up the deflection. It's stolen away by Fajardo. Fajardo will get it out to Carchapullo. He gets it to Bauer. Bauer across the pitch down to Pergo. That play broken up by Eibner. Cardinal player goes streaky to the ground. That was Oluwasisan. And a chance now. Big collision. Oh, my goodness. Carchapullo and Caleb Acano collided big time into each other. Both players seem to be okay. It'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. 14.5 minutes to go. As clouds are starting to come over the pitch. The sun beginning to set just a bit. This game was originally scheduled for 5 p.m. Got moved up to 3. It has not disappointed so far. Loam bats it away back to Astudillo. Jason, ooh, it went out of bounds. Possession to the Vikings. Fajardo will looking for somebody to toss it into. He gets it to Strunk. A bit of a miscommunication there by Mercer. And they're going to have to reset. Ortiz gets it out to Pergo, guarded by Oluwaseason. And once again, the Vikings will reset here. Carchapola. Out to Furrer, who goes deep for Ramosa. Offside. Another big break going Catonsville's way. We didn't have a lot of those last season. It is very nice to see them come back. Cardinals have a number of players warming up. I don't know if we'll see some of their subs come in unless victory is guaranteed. There's still 13 and a half minutes to determine this contest. As now, I think the referee is telling off somebody for running their mouth a little too much. That's what it sounded like. Mercer players looking a little shaken at the fact that they find themselves in this situation. Duarte's goal kick deep downfield for Oluwaseason. Nice header. Taiwo Oluwaseason trying to break away. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession to the Vikings. Vikings will have to reset once again with 13 minutes to go. They get it out to Fajardo. Fajardo finds Gamby. Gamby intercepted by Aziz Mote. Mote has to take it away briefly, but Abdul Loam is there to save the play. Gets it out to Caleb Akano. Akano finds Duarte back for a reset. Duarte got to be careful as Bastian Strunk tried to break that play up. They get it out to Catafalmo. It's deflected out of bounds by Gamby. Possession will remain with the Cardinals. Catafalmo, deep pass inbound, trying to get it to Michael Douglas. It's batted up by Ortiz. Miranda's there to try and break it up. They'll let it go out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals, deep in Viking territory. As another substitute comes in for Catonsville, King Remy will re-enter the game to replace Taiwo Oluwaseason. The Cardinals getting a boost in speed here on the offense. Loam will fire inbounds. And that was a violation, it looks like. Inbounds pass goes to Gamby. Gamby finds Bastian Strunk. Strunk finds Quintavala. It's broken up by Akano. Here's Douglas. Tied up at midfield, stays on his feet. Foul is called. "11 minutes to go. 11 minutes away from the first victory on home soil. Free kick deep downfield. Fajardo heads it away. Gets it to Bauer. Bauer up to Carchapola. Vikings trying to reset. Duarte will come up. That was risky. He bats it up deep. And it is snatched away by the Vikings. No, Cardinals keep it alive until a foul is called. Going the other way. King Remy came in there with a little too much speed, I think, and broke it up. Vikings now on the attack once again. Bastian Strunk fell down as there is a delayed foul, and there's going to be a free kick for the Vikings. Another 9 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Oh, over the head of Duarte. And Max Furr scores. Mercer steals one back. And with 9.5 minutes to go, this game just got a whole lot more interesting. That was not what Catonsville wanted to see. Bradley Ramirez re-entering the game. It's okay, though. They still lead by 1. Would have liked to keep that 2-goal advantage, but it's will take the first pass deep for Miranda, headed away by Mercer. Vikings with a big shot of adrenaline is now with a chance. That's scooped up by Duarte. Good save. Duarte gets it to Aziz Mote. Mercer keeping it very aggressive. It looks like they have taken... The momentum is back on their side. Miranda streaking in there to try and break up that play. As Gamby and Loam tied up. Loam falls and a foul finally called against Mercer. Finally, one of those calls goes the Cardinals' way. Catafalmo finds Guerrero, who gets it out to... Remains in control. Eight minutes to go. Another chance here. Bauer to a wide open Gamby, who shoots, blocked by Duarte. Another fantastic save by Franklin Duarte. It remains 2-1 with 8 minutes to go. Outside of that one free kick, Duarte has made some excellent saves today. Now he boots this one deep down in the direction of the Mercer defenders. Headed away, Ramirez tries to intercept. It's broken up by Bauer. Bauer shoots over. It's broken up by Catafalmo towards Ramirez. Ramirez covered by Bauer, teetering down the line. He gets it out to a wide open Mike Miranda. Miranda's going to need some help, though. He's got a lot of defenders. He shoots it up in the direction of Ramirez. It's briefly broken up. Douglas was there. Good look for the Cardinals. That's their first big offensive look they've had in some time, as they've kind of slowed down their attack. Can't get complacent here. 7 minutes to go. Good break up there by Akano. King Remy getting in there as well. Goes out of bounds. Possession should stay, I think, with the Cardinals, as in come some subs. Got some newcomers coming in for the Cardinals, folks. As Catonsville sends in some last-minute subs to try and keep their advantage. I believe Sharif Hydera is back into the game and now entering the game on defense to replace arguably exhausted Caleb Akano. Is going to be number 23, Colton Taylor, the tallest player on the team, big hulking freshman. Players got tangled up at midfield. Incoming free kick for the Cardinals. Taylor, freshly subbed into the game, will take the kick. He will give it to Guerrero. Guerrero has it intercepted by Bastian Strunk. Strunk getting tied up. Guerrero steals it back. Now Guerrero breaking free, gets it to King Remy. Remy kicks it up to Miranda. Miranda back to Remy. Remy trying to use his speed to his advantage, but he can't get away from the 2 yellow shirts. 6 minutes to go. Karchapola sends it downfield in the direction of Gamby. Gamby hassled by Loam. He loses possession. Guerrero is on it. He kicks it in the direction of Ramirez. And Guerrero goes down. I think he got hit. Deep pass downfield. Guerrero still on the ground. There's going to be an injury timeout, and here it comes. Guerrero gets back to his feet. He was clutching his right hand. As you see him trying to stretch him out. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be a... I think the refs are going to give a free kick here. 5.5 minutes to go. Catonsville clinging to a 2-1 lead. Ball gets past the Cardinals defenders. Remy comes in there with a slide tackle to keep it alive. Boxed into a corner. Great play by King Remy to break up that play. He takes a hard tumble, and a foul is called against Mercer. A little bit of commotion there. The commotion there, I think. I'll hold off on that. So here comes a free kick for the Cardinals with just about 5 minutes to go. Vikings trying to break it away from Bradley Ramirez. They'll do just that. Fajardo finds Gamby. Gamby moves it up. Guerrero kicks it way back into Viking territory. 5 minutes left. Vikings try to get it down. Loam loses control of Gamby for a second. Gamby with an opportunity, trying to get around Loam. Broken up by Guerrero. Great play by Gio Guerrero. Straddling the near side of the pitch, he gets it to Ramirez. Ramirez has it taken away. Gamby goes down. Foul called on Ramirez. And a free kick coming up for the Vikings, excuse me. This is how they were able to score earlier. With under about 4 minutes to go. I tell you what, it's coming down to the wire here. Furr will take the kick. It's knocked out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up for Catonsville. And Franklin Duarte will take as much time as he needs as he heads over. Right now, the objective is very simple for the Cardinals. Burn clock. You do not want to give the Vikings any more opportunities. Remember, we got to this point in the game because Mike Miranda scored early in the second half, followed almost immediately by a Bradley Ramirez score. But the Vikings since then kind of woke up and have controlled the ball on Catonsville's side of the pitch. Scored on a free kick by Max Furr. And now, with about 3.5 minutes to go, Catonsville's trying desperately to hold on. Here's a wide open Gamby with an opportunity. Gamby tried to set up, caught a fumble getting in there. It slips past the intended target and is batted up by King Remy towards Mike Miranda. Another header by Hydera. Fajardo is there to cover. He gets it back to Gamby. Gamby up, blocked by Abdul Loam. Little collision between Loam and Hydera. Headed up. 3 minutes to go. It's going to feel like an hour at this rate. That ball way off target. Duarte will cover and scoop it up to burn some clock. Duarte trying to get his offensive players in position. The Cardinals would love a player to get loose here and potentially get a game-sealing kick. 2.5 to go. Hear anything in the background, folks? A dirt bike just drove past us. Hydera misses his opportunity there. Here's Gamby. Catafalmo comes in. Big slide tackle by Paul Catafalmo. Breaking up that play. Good job by him. 2 minutes to go. 2 agonizingly long minutes to determine if the Cardinals can get their first win on home soil in 2 years. Miranda keeping control, surrounded by yellow jerseys. He gets it out to King Remy. Remy gets it out to a wide open Ramirez. Ramirez trying to break free. Gets it up to Remy. Remy breaking free. King Remy looking for the dagger. Is this it? He sets up, deflected. Didn't get much help, but he burns a lot of clock. There's 1.5 minutes to go. There's a good opportunity for the Cardinals there, and they'll get another good opportunity as Duarte covers up that ball with 1.5 minutes left. That offensive series right there between King Remy, Bradley Ramirez, and Mike Miranda might have just saved the Cardinals a good chunk of time. Now Guerrero gets it down to Remy. Offside. Or is it? Mike Miranda Hold up, hold up. Mike Miranda is gesturing wildly as we got a minute to go. He's hurt. Mike Miranda is hurt, and he was gesturing to try and stop the game. We've got less than a minute to go. Miranda's going to stay on his feet, it looks like, as Loam breaks up and gets away from Bastian Strunk with 40 to go. Loam collides with Fajardo. Now Strunk is down. That header goes to no one in particular. It's broken up by Colton Taylor. 30 seconds left. Ramosa broken up by Gio. Remy comes in there to break up the play. Hydera comes in there to break up the play. He hits it out for Miranda. Miranda is hurt. Can he get there in time? He does. 20 to go. Under 20. This could be it. Final seconds ticking away. 10 seconds left. That's going to do it most likely unless a miracle happens for the Vikings. Maybe. No, they will run out of time. The CCBC Catonsville Cardinals, for the first time in 2 years, have won on home soil 2-1 over Mercer. A massive upset and an excellent game to kick off this season. The defense held strong in a thrilling final frame. The Cardinals open up a new era with a big win. Mike Miranda with the first goal of the game. Bradley Ramirez with the second. The defense held on. A fantastic effort for the Cardinals. We just hope that Mike Miranda is okay. He is stretching out his legs. At worst, we just hope at worst we hope it's just cramps. He is getting assisted here. Well, that, folks, was truly a fantastic game to watch and an excellent way to open up this season of NJCAA Region 20 Soccer. Our next broadcast will be on Thursday as the Cardinals welcome the Montgomery Raptors to town in the second game of the season, second home game of the season. If you're looking for more soccer action, the College of Southern Maryland is about to kick off their season as they play the second game of opening weekend. That's coming up over on their network. Once again, the Cardinals with a massive upset as they win on home soil for the first time in 2 years, upsetting the Vikings of Mercer County Community College. Put a big 1 in the wins column. It's 1-0 Catonsville. And with that, folks, this is Isaac Donsky, the big man on the mic, signing off. We will see you on Thursday as the Cardinals take on the Raptors of Montgomery College in the second game of their season as Catonsville wins it 2-1. Have a good night, everybody.